Hey YouTube, this is Caleb with Olympus Reptiles. Again, Matt is still gone on his little getaway for a month and a half. I'm really kind of jealous. He's been sending me photos and it looks like a lot of fun. I saw he ate at like a cafe with sharks and stingrays. It was like it was either underwater or the aquarium came up around. It was actually really cool. I'm kind of jealous of that. But today we're going to talk about a clutch update, and something I have learned as I have kind of taken over the social media is there is so much and it is easy to make mistakes. And so that's why I have prevented a way, and you're always learning, to make mistakes. I did miss a pinstripe last clutch cutting. So there was 4, I think, or clutch update. I said 3 and I said 4 and I only showed 3. So here, so I don't miss any, right? So this was a Suma to black pastel. I should have checked how many eggs there were. If I remember correctly, there was 8, and we got all 8. I don't think we lost anything, and I don't think she had any slugs. So Suma to black pastel, everything's gonna have mahogany, as Suma is a super mahogany, and then we're looking to catch the black pastel to kind of make a dark snake, try and get that to further along the project to make the blackest snake possible without having the issues of super pastel, or super black pastel, excuse me. So first one is an incredible mahogany. I remember cutting this clutch. It was a heartbreaking clutch for sure. 72, that's actually a pretty good size. And this is gonna be a male. Mahogany, I think, is going, super mahogany and Sumas, I think, are going to be the key to the better panda pieds, in my opinion, as you're going to have, as black pastel is going to produce high white pieds and super black pastel make all white pieds. Plus, you don't have to worry about the kinking issue, and Suma does not kink, and it doesn't have high white pieds. It just makes normal pieds, whether it be high white, low white, no white, whatever. Another mahogany here. Not super exciting on that. 80 grams though. 79, but pretty much 80. That's a pretty good sized baby. And it is a female. It was gotta go to the bathroom. And the next one is going to be a really, really exciting mahogany. So as you can see, lots of mahoganies, but the nice thing is these could all be normals, right? If it wasn't for this super mahogany. This is a female. 70 grams. So these are good sized babies. These guys have shed out and absorbed all their yolk and will get their first meal on Friday. So these guys should thrive and really kick off on a good start and get going so they can be out the door pretty quick. We have another mahogany. So this is baby number 4. Not looking real great odds. We would expect the rest to be black pastel mahoganies based on the odd count. 73 grams. Another good sized one. And we were just kind of talking about this, but Suma is one that I would use a super mahogany because if I bred a mahogany to this is gonna be a female, to something that could produce normals, some of the mahoganies you can tell easily. There are a couple that, man, you would not know if it wasn't for the super. And so that's why, to me, I would use a Suma. Plus, it looks pretty nice. Here's another Suma. So as you can see, we're already messed up on odds because this is the 5th one we expect to have 4 and 4. But since we cheated the system, this is a female, getting 5 mahoganies is better than getting 5 normals. Now we start to get a little bit better off with a mahogany black pastel. This thing is just nice looking. I love the way it really darkens it up and adds orange hues. I'm not really sure if that picks up on camera, but this thing is just dark. And again, this is going to be the key to layering into Suma to make it just dark. Because Sumas tend to be a little brown and sometimes get a little stripe on them. This is a female. And so because of that, adding darker genes like the Abyss with GHI, oh, you turned it off, you little stinker. Come on. Probably gonna have to re-tear this now. So while that loads, if you look, it just looks kind of like a darker, wonkier black pastel. Nothing super crazy. But when you really layer it in, I'm going to guess, because I haven't seen a super Mahogany Black pastel, I'm going to guess that turns out to be just a black snake, very similar to the Abyss, which is going to be Suma GHI. Now see if I can get this one to simmer down, get a weight, and we were about 80 some grams. He's not going to want to cooperate. But again, like I said, these babies are moving, so these guys are going to be really great eaters. I've noticed a lot of the shy babies tend to struggle, and so this guy who are all over the place are going to be really well. Again, this is a really nice black pastel mahogany. You can kind of see some variance. This one isn't seeming as dark, and so I really like the dark in them. This is another female. This one is about 68 grams, 69 grams, so pretty good size. And then lastly, one of the babies just tried to bite me. That's also how you know they're going to be really good eaters, is if they're feisty. Let's look at this one. This one has a beautiful stripe on that. Oh, that's amazing. Really deep blacks, rich colors. The head on that thing is just nice. Nice, nice. Now this is 74 grams. Look at on this back here. That's another thing I was just kind of noticing. Look at the oranges on that. That is just insane. Now I know we were talking about adding like another layer of mahogany to get a dark snake, but I think adding something like ultramel or banana, yeah, this is another female, or any of those, maybe even albinos. See how those oranges and blacks pop with the contrast? I think would be a really awesome plan. Even hypo, I think, would look really good with that. But there we have it. We had 3 black pastel mahoganies, all which were female, which is nice. And then we had 5 straight mahoganies with a mix of males and females. Curtis, any questions?
No.
Alrighty, YouTube, we're going to head on over to Patreon to talk about what we're going to do with this clutch. And while we're headed over there, you might want to slide on over to Patreon if you're not a Patreon member yet to get a chance at getting some of these awesome looking babies.